some car chronicles. So I wanted to talk about who has Superwoman or Superman when they're down. And I'm bringing this up because it's very important that people understand that people like myself, people like you that are strong, that that show their strength, you know, in every area of their life, can sometimes be taken for granted. And in doing so, we tend to be emotionally affected by it because while people see us or view us as strong beings, people also fail to realize that we have hearts just like everybody else. So I'm going to bring up a situation that I had already shared. Y'all know I'm kind of starting to get back into being a little bit more transparent because it's been some time. But I had shared a video a couple of Sundays ago about, just getting to know your health history, why it's important to get to know that rather. And so I was really going through something that was very, very, very scary. I had learned some new information about myself and my family history. So I was scheduled to go to the hospital like that following weekend, and I had to have a number of tests for it. And I still am not going to share what it is I'm going through. I just ask each of you guys to pray for me. But I did share with a few people, a handful maybe, including a couple of family members, what exactly I'm dealing with. And the rest, of course, I always give it to God. By that Friday, I looked up and I realized that not only was I going to the hospital the next day, but I didn't have any of my friends or my family offer to go with me to the hospital. Now, I have teenage daughters, and I really didn't want them to be there. But I have all these people that I support. And I know that some of y'all know, like, I have all these people, not that I just support, but I roll with, like, y'all my roadies, like, we down, like, I do whatever for you. And there's many of y'all that have never met me in person that I know that I've impacted in some kind of way. Why? Because y'all let me know that. There's not a day that goes by that people don't ask me for something. There's not a day that goes by that I don't support somebody, whether it's their event, patronizing, whether it's family situations, whether it's just everything. Like, I'm always there. Your businesses, whatever, I'm always there. If I'm in your life personally, I will ride to the end. I'm going to ride until the end. And you ain't got to worry about nothing. But the problem is that, again, when people like me are very strong-willed, determined people, have a moment, we need support too. So again, back to the story. Friday, I had a realization that I was going to the hospital by myself, and I was heartbroken. I actually let people upset me enough because of their actions that it had me down for a few days. And in those few days, that also showed me the truth in my space. Because see, anybody will be there with you when things are perfect, when things are good, or when they need you, or when you when you want to go have fun and you want to hang and you want to kick it with me, at events, or we want to work together, whatever. Any of that stuff is cool. But when I need you, I shouldn't have to say, I need you. I shouldn't have to say, can you come to the hospital with me? Can you be here for me? You should automatically know that I need you. And it was interesting because I would have thought at least one person would have said that was capable because they were here. At least one person would say, hey, yo, can I come to the hospital with you? What do you need for me to do? But it wasn't. I mean, I had like a couple people that were incapable because they were out of town or, were running a couple events. But all my family and all my friends, the people that are in my inner space, they weren't there. And my point, and I'm saying this, is except for my kids now, my daughters, and my oldest daughter, who's not here, but she's always here. But my point in saying is this, is that we all go through things. And we all have upsets. We have heartbreaks. We have tragedies. But we shouldn't take our friendships and our relationships and our situationships and our familial relationships, whatever those things, we shouldn't take those things for granted. Because tomorrow's never promised. And you should never have to assume or you should never have to just sit back and just see who's going to be there for you. If you have to question that, then there's a problem in your space. And I know there's going to be a couple people that's going to be pissed off. I really don't give a shit. My job is to help you to understand that you're not by yourself, because I know there's other people out there like me right now that have people in their lives that say they love them and say they support them, but then if a tragedy happens, are they really there for them? If a funeral happens, if a wedding happens, whatever that is, are they really there? I've had friends over my lifetime that are now no longer close to me because they've proven themselves to me. And at 43, I guess we're still all doing the same thing. You can't get upset with those people. Yeah, you can have your moment, but you can't get upset with the people. Be mad at yourself that you chose to allow that kind of stuff, or you allowed that kind of stuff in your space. And by allowing that means you allowed those type of people to be in your space. And remember this, not everybody's going to go where you're going to go. And sometimes shit has to happen in order for you to see the truth in your space. Except for keeping around, I was crying. And I don't break down like that. I don't have those like emotional moments on a regular basis. I got too much to do. But it was a combination of what I'm going through with my health and looking at my space and realizing that who's really down for me? And when you got to question who's really down for you, God is trying to let you know, like, yo, check your space. Time to do some cleanup. Because you can say all you want. You can say you love that person. You can say you support that person. You can say you can be there when things are great. But when something really goes down and you ain't there or you're not there, that says a lot. So I pray for y'all. Y'all pray for me. I love y'all. And yes, I had to get transparent for a moment. And no, I'm no longer angry. I'm not. I'm actually glad. I'm happy that God allowed me to see the truth in my space. And from this point forward, we got some things to do. And I know you guys got some things to do. So, peace, one love. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. But I had to Share this. Love y'all.